Children's Parliament wants child protection law domesticated in Zamfara State. Kano State approves over 9 billion naira for the construction of Muhammadu Buhari interchange at Hotoro. Federal government support of micro, small and medium enterprises is to create jobs for Nigerian youths. On business, the Nigerian Export-Import Bank supports women and youth with a 10 billion naira export facility. On the international scene, gunfire near Nigeria's presidential palace raises concern of attempted coup. And on sports, Nigerian Super Eagle heads for African Cup of Nations. Hello there, welcome to Standard Voice News Channel. I'm Foze Ibrahim. Now the news in full. The Zamfara State Children's Parliament has called for the domesticated of child protection law by the state government. The Speaker of the Parliament, Saratu Ahmed, made call during an advocacy visit by members of the Parliament to the Commission of Justice, Alhaji Nura Zurmi, in his office on Tuesday in Gusau. Reports said that Save the Children International is sponsoring the Children Parliament in the state. Our correspondent, Sumay Ibrahim, reports.
The Speaker said they were at the Commissioner's office to advocate for speedy presentation of the Child Protection Drafted Bill to the State House of Assembly. The law for the protection of children in the state is necessary, considering the increase of sexual assault and gender-based violence as well as other issues affecting children in the state. She appealed for quick intervention of the ministry to ensure that the bill is presented to the State House of Assembly. In his response, the Commissioner said he was happy that the state has children parliament and also encouraged young children to join as members. He said he was happy to see that the state children are being exposed to educative issues for the development of the state. The Commissioner thanked the Save the Children International and State Assembly for their effort to encourage children to participate in legislative activities. Earlier, Alhaji Yusuf Sabo, the Director of Legislative Matters, State House of Assembly, said that the members were ready to support the Children's Parliament. Sumaya Dosa reporting for Svtv News, Gusau.
The Zamfara State Sexual Assault Referral Center has recorded 209 sexual assault cases in the last 2 years. The state coordinator in the center, Alhaji Ahmad Shehu, stated this in Gusau on Tuesday when he received officials of the state's Technical Working Group of Social Protection who paid advocacy visits to the center. The coordinator said that the 209 cases were received from February 2009 to February 2021. According to him, the center was established by an NGO, Justice for All, and is being supported by the State Ministry of Justice, Health, and that of Women and Children Affairs. Earlier, the chairman of the state's Technical Working Group on Social Protection, Alhaji Kabiru Gairi, said the visit was to assess activities of the center and engage it for necessary support. The Zamfara State Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management has distributed relief items to victims of the last year's flood in Gumi local government area of the state. The commissioner in charge of the ministry, Faik Ahmad, said the items is to caution the hardship caused by flood and other natural disasters in the year 2020. She said that the items were donated by the National Emergency Management Agency and the Presidential Committee on Flood. Hajia Faika appealed to the beneficiaries to make judicious use of the items and warned against selling it. The Zamfara State Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs Disaster Management also called on all residents of the state to keep environments clean, desist from dumping refuse along drainage and building along waterways. Some of the items distributed include building materials, kitchen utensils, adult and children clothes, and food items, among others. The federal government has declared Friday 2nd and Monday 5th April public holiday to mark this year's Easter celebration. The Minister of Interior, Rauf Arabisola, made the declaration in a statement signed by the Director of Press in the Ministry, Muhammad Manga. The statement urged Christians to eliminate the attributes of forbearance, forgiveness, kindness, humility, love, peace, and patience, which was demonstrated by Jesus Christ. It called on them to use the occasion of this year's Easter celebration to pray for the peace, unity and progress of the country. The statement assured that the government would leave no stone unturned in dealing decisively with the spats of kidnapping, armed banditry and other crimes and criminality being perpetrated by enemies of Nigeria. Kano State Executive Council has approved the release of over 9 billion naira for the construction of Muhammadu Buhari interchange at NNPC Mega Station, Rotary Intersection Hotoro along Maiduguri Road in the metropolis. The State Commissioner for Information, Malam Muhammad Garba, disclosed this at a media briefing on the outcome of the weekly council meeting held at the African House Government House, Kano. He said that the project was part of the present administration's commitment to construct road networks to address increasing traffic congestion in line with its policy of transforming Kano into a mega city as well as boost commercial activities. Malam Muhammad Garba explained that being an emerging mega city, an important commercial center of the country, Kano has been recording significant increase in the influx of commercial traffic and therefore the need to redesign and improve existing road network to support additional volumes of generated traffic in order to allow for safer and more efficient vehicular movement. The National Identity Management Commission has introduced a mobile web service application, also known as the NNIS App, an improved national identification number slip for public use. The NNIS App offers a secure channel for Nigerians and legal residents to verify and authenticate their identities using their smartphone on the go. The statement signed by the head corporate communications NIMS Dr. Kayode Adegboke said the app is an integral part of Nigeria's digitization process spearheaded by the Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy. The app offers a built-in harmonization process that allows its use across other government services including FRS, FRSC, NHIS, NPF and NCC among several others. It also stated that the newly improved NIN slip is pocket-friendly and easy to verify and can be accessed via a self-service portal where persons who already have been issued the NIN can log in, pay a small token fee, download a PDF of the document in color if prepared, print and laminate as desired. It said the current NIN slip will remain valid and will be gradually phased out. The Joint Admission and Matriculation Board has warned financial institutions not to sell the 2021 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination Form (EPIN) above the 3,500 fee to candidates. JAMB Registrar Prof. Isaac Oloyede gave the warning on Tuesday at a meeting with representatives of financial institutions ahead of the sales of EPIN, which will start in April. He said that candidates are expected to pay financially institutions 3,500 naira for EPIN and 500 naira for the books they will use for the examination, totaling 4,000 naira. He therefore wanted that any financial institution caught selling the EPIN above the stipulated price will be delisted and prosecuted. The JAMB Register also asked the institutions to ensure that all EPINs are transferred electronically to the candidate to avoid hardship to them. Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo says the federal government had spent 1.2 billion naira to support micro, small and medium enterprises in Gombe State. The Vice President disclosed this while delivering his speech at the 27th edition of the National Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Clinic held in Gombe on Tuesday. According to him, the Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises initiative of the federal government was aimed at boosting the economy of the country as well as creating jobs for Nigerian youth. He said that the program was an initiative of the President Muhammadu Buhari's led administration to support small businesses across the country under the Economic Sustainability Plan to help young businesses and the vulnerable. Water is one of the necessities of human lives, and its challenges is making life difficult for many people and the communities around the globe, most especially in developing nations, which Nigeria is included. For these reasons, the United Nations set aside the 23rd of March of every year to highlight the importance of fresh water. The day is used to advocate for the sustainable management of freshwater resources. It's on this note that the Center for Information Technology and Development on the 28th of March 2021 constituted a media team and paid field visit to some of the communities that are in dire need of water in Kunchi local government area of Kano State. The objective of the visit were to assess the levels of challenges the communities are facing in terms of accessing water. And on business, Sumaya Dwesari has that package for us.
Hello, I'm Sumaya Dwesari and welcome to Business Text. The Executive Director of Business Development of the Nigerian Export-Import Bank, Mrs. Stella Oketiti, says the bank is supporting women and youth with a 10 billion export facility. She said this on Tuesday in Abuja at the official presentation of the Women and Youth Export Facility, a new product of the bank. Mrs. Oketiti also said that Women and Youth Export Facility was developed by the bank on the recognition of the critical role of women and youth in small and medium enterprises sector. She said the aim was to upscale the activities of small and medium enterprises in the non-oil export value chain to enable Nigerian exporters to take advantage of the enormous potential of the international trade. And that's all on business. Now back to the newsroom.
Thank you, Sumaya. On the international scene, heavy gunfire was heard for half an hour in Niger's presidential palace area early Wednesday. The incident, reported by many eyewitnesses to be a possible coup attempt, comes 2 days ahead of the swearing-in of President-elect Mohamed Bazoum. Niger's presidential guard are reported to have foiled the operation, and details remain sketchy as of now. There have been growing attacks by Islamic militants and political tensions following Mohamed Bazoum's victory in the country's February presidential election runoff. Former President Mahamadou Usmani, who lost in the runoff, has rejected the result and alleged fraud. Niger has suffered numerous coups in the history, most recently that of February 2010, which toppled the President Mahamadou Tanja. And on sports, the Super Eagles on Tuesday in Lagos ended their 2021 African Nation Cup qualifying champion in style by whopping the Crocodiles of Lesotho 3-0. Reports said that the match, played at the Taslim Balogun Stadium, had goals from Victor Osimhen, Ogene Karo Otebo, and substitute Paul Onachu. Osimhen opened scores in the 23rd minute of play, before going on to provide an assist for Otebo, while Onachu gave another good account for himself with yet another goal. The match was played in front of an ecstatic but few spectators, as required by the competition's owner, the Confederation of the African Football. The result ensured that Nigeria finished the AFCON qualifiers with an unbeaten record with 14 points from 4 wins and 2 draws. That has been the news from Standard Voice Television. To end the news, a quick look at the major headlines. Children's Parliament wants child protection law domesticated in Zamfara State. Kano State approves over 9 billion naira for the construction of Muhammadu Buhari interchange at Hotoro. Federal government support on micro, small and medium enterprises is to create jobs for Nigerian youth. On business, the Nigerian Export-Import Bank supports women and youth with a 10 billion naira export facility. And on the international scene, gunfire near Niger's presidential palace raises concern of attempted coup. On sports, Nigerian Super Eagles head for African Cup of Nations. On behalf of the production crew, Head of News and Current Affairs Ibrahim Gabatuna, I'm Foze Ibrahim. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.